Have you ever wondered why some people can turn a simple idea into a billionaire empire, while others spend their entire lives fighting stability? The truth is that the game of wealth is not thrown in the dark. It is well-defined sectors, patterns, and strategies. And yes, billionaires like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Warren Buffett didn't get there by chance. Musk, for example, began SpaceX and Tesla thinking it would have less than 10 chance of success. Still, he moved on because there was something that a lot of people are still trying to find a purpose. When you discover your why, the motivation comes from within, and that's where ideas start to be worth gold. The way to build a fortune rarely begins with stability. It begins with vision, innovation, a healthy dose of boldness, and, of course, the right choice of the industry. Modern billionaires are like compasses of the future where they put capital, is where the world will change. And the most repeated sectors between them are a true treasure map. If you are tired of feeling that you are always a step back, this content is for you. Let's dive into the 10 most powerful sectors of the economy, those who not only create financial return, but turn lives. So you already subscribe to the channel. Activate the bell and get ready to find out where the greatest opportunities of the century are. If there's a sector that has become synonymous with fortune in the last 30 years, it is technology, and it is no coincidence. The ability to scale globally with marginal cost almost zero has turned startups into market giants. Think of names like Jeff Bezos with Amazon, Elon Musk with Tesla, Bill Gates with Microsoft, and Mark Zuckerberg with Facebook. They all dominated distinct technological cycles, taking advantage of the timing and advancement of digital tools. They entered with courage where many still doubted that there was space. The secret? Scalability. When you create something that can be sold to millions of people with one click, such as software or platform, financial return can be astronomical. In addition, the famous network effects make these solutions even more valuable. The more people use, the better it gets. Facebook, for example, only became so powerful because everyone was already there, and that creates a competitive advantage almost impossible to replicate. Another crucial factor in this sector is constant innovation. It is not enough to create something good, it has to be revolutionary. Apple and Amazon live reinventing themselves, seeking to deliver more value and improve the user experience. In addition, the founders of tech companies usually maintain large shareholdings, which accelerates the creation of billionaires in record time. And we must not forget the culture to make a quick mistake, adjust and grow. It is this dynamism that feeds a cycle of disruption. If you want to get in this game, start understanding the historical movements of technology, personal computing in the 80s, passing the internet in the 90s, social networks in 2000s, to cloud computing, and what's going these days. Reading books like The Rule is Not Having Rules about Netflix or The Store of Everything about Amazon is a great first step. Who dominates this logic is closer to transforming knowledge into capital and ideas into empires. The financial sector is one of the most traditional ways, and yet surprisingly sophisticated for construction of great fortunes. Here, billionaires such as Warren Buffett, Ray Dalio, and Carl Icahn stand out not for inventing something new, but because they understand deeply how money moves. They dominate the leverage game, can deal with time, and use their own resources as strategic weapons. Investing in this context is not just multiplying capital. It is playing chess with the market. The great balcony of finance is an intelligent use of the capital of others. Hedge funds, for example, often operate with billions borrowed, seeking above-average profits using rates based on rates, such as a famous 2 and 22 administration rate and 20 on profit. This model, when well executed, generates extraordinary financial return. But make no mistake, it requires discipline, emotional coldness, and a sharp understanding of market psychology. Another key element is the power of compound interest. Buffett is a classic example. He started early, was patient, and let time work for him. Those who understand this principle begin to see money not as a consumer tool, but as a seed. And the sooner you plant, the more trees you reap. A good start? Read Benjamin Graham's Intelligent Investor Compulsory, reading for those who want to start on the right foot in this universe. Finally, the financial sector requires strategic vision. It's not about luck. It's about knowing where to put money and when, whether through shares, private equity, or real estate funds. The important thing is to develop a long-term mindset. Start following the market, testing smaller contributions, and studying the movements of the big names. With focus, knowledge, and consistency, finances are no longer a seven-headed animal and become their main ally towards freedom. When we talk about real estate, we are dealing with a sector that is synonymous with stability and lasting wealth. The creation of fortunes through tangible assets, such as land, commercial, and residential buildings, is one of the oldest and most proven strategies. Examples such as Donald Trump and Stephen Ross show that in the real estate world, the game is about locating and valuing active markets with land scarcity, especially in the most strategic areas of large cities. The use of mortgages and leverage is one of the tactics that transforms the real estate market into a fertile ground for the multiplication of fortunes. With the right financing, it is possible to acquire properties with lower initial investment and maximize gains over time. However, as any good investor knows, the risks are also in sight. Real estate bubbles, such as 2008, are a reminder that leverage, when poorly administered, can result in devastating losses. A great advantage of the real estate sector is the tax benefits. In the United States, for example, the concept of depreciation and the possibility of making tax exchanges, such as 1031 exchange, allow investors to retain more from their capital and rehearse their profits more efficiently. But be careful with the management of real estate and understanding local laws, which requires good planning and deep knowledge of the market. Property are not only a way to generate constant cash flow through rents, but also a great way to preserve capital in the long run. If you are starting on this path, studying the best practices of valuation real estate and seeking references from consecrated investors can accelerate your journey. Books such as Investing in Gary Keller's Real Estate and Babylon's Richest Man can be great starting points for those who want to start understanding how to thrive in this sector. Energy is the backbone of the global economy. It doesn't matter if it's oil, natural gas, or the renewable energies that are dominating the world agenda. The demand for energy will never disappear. When we talk about billionaires in this sector, names like John D. Rockefeller, who created Standard Oil, and Elon Musk, who is now turning the energy industry with Tesla and SolarCity, show the impact this market has on the world. The secret here is to understand that energy is not just a necessary good, but a resource with power to generate innovation and scale. Projects in the energy sector are mostly intensive in capital, requiring high initial investments to develop technologies and infrastructure. However, this investment has the potential to generate high financial returns, given its global impact and constant demand for energy resources. In addition, power companies not only extract, produce, and distribute resources, they shape geopolitics. Control over energy sources can dictate the future of countries and whole markets. Today, with the growing transition movement for renewable energy, the sector is reconfiguring. There's a change to cleaner sources such as solar, wind, and even next-generation nuclear power. The growing demand for more sustainable solutions brings a huge opportunity for those who enter this market with the right knowledge. Companies like NextEra Energy and Tesla herself are leading this transition, showing that there is scale and profitability in the combination of clean energy technology. If you want to better understand how this market works and start investing, it may be interesting to study the concept of renewable energy and how it is changing global dynamics. An excellent reading in this regard is Gretchen Bakkie's The Grid, which addresses how energy infrastructure is changing to support a greener future. And remember, the energy sector not only brings financial return, but also offers a chance to directly impact society and the environment. The retail sector is one of the most dynamic and accessible for those who want to build a fortune, especially when we think of e-commerce. With the exponential growth of platforms such as Amazon, Alibaba, and of course, the giants of physical retail like Walmart, it was clear that the true power is on the scale. These companies have turned the simple act of selling products into a global operation, where logistics efficiency, the lifetime value of the customer, and constant innovation are the pillars of success. One of the great advantages of e-commerce is that it allows you to reach a worldwide customer base with significantly lower operating costs. The secret is not just selling something, but optimizing customer experience with data and technology. Amazon, for example, is not just an online store, but an intelligent ecosystem that customizes recommendations, offers signatures such as Prime, and continuously improves its logistics to ensure faster and more efficient delivery. These network effects and constant optimization make retail online an extremely scalable model. In addition, modern retail also explores constant innovation. Profit margins, especially in e-commerce, can be tight, which requires a very high level of operational efficiency and creativity. Companies that dominate this sector know how to use customer data to customize offers, anticipate trends, and adjust their portfolio in real time. This creates a dynamic where winners are not only those who offer the best products, but also those who know how to generate value in each customer interaction. If you want to stand out in this sector, it is crucial to understand consumer behavior and how personalization technologies are shaping the future of retail. A good way to start is to study companies like Amazon, which not only transformed the concept of purchase, but also intelligently explored new channels and markets. Books like Brad Stone's Store all offer a detailed view of how Jeff Bezos and Amazon have changed the retail game forever. Health and biotechnology are sectors that not only directly impact our lives, but also generate some of the most impressive fortunes of recent times. Billionaires like Bill Gates, with its Bill Melinda Gates Foundation, and Catherine Cathy Healy, investing in medical research and new treatments, have proven that the power of innovation in this sector can save lives and transform the business world. More than offering products or services, the health sector is at the forefront of technological innovation applied to medicine. One of the keys to success in the biotechnology sector is the power of exclusive patents. Companies like Modern, which has developed the COVID-19 vaccine, have a huge potential for generation of revenue as they control the patents of innovative medical technologies. These medications and treatments can be sold by billions, but the way to this is long, with a lot of research, development, and of course, a high level of risk. But the return, when it comes, is expressive and can create great fortunes in a short time. In addition, the health sector requires a detailed understanding of regulatory barriers, such as the approval of FDA U.S. Food and Medicines Administration, which ensures the safety and effectiveness of treatments. For those who have long-term patience and vision, this market offers huge scalability opportunities. Investing in biotechnology companies or medical technology requires not only a market analysis, but also a strict study of regulations, as risk management in this sector is fundamental. If you are interested in this sector, start understanding the foundations of biotechnology and how startups are creating new borders for treatments and medicines. Books like The Innovator's Prescription of Clayton Christensen, which explores how innovation can transform medicine, are a great way to start learning about the possibilities and challenges of this market. The industry and manufacturing industry is often underestimated when we think of great fortunes, but the truth is that it has been a solid foundation for wealth creation throughout history. Companies such as Charles Koch's Koch Industries and Lakshmi Mills ArcelorMittal have shown that production on a large scale of essential materials such as metals, chemicals, and machines can generate billionaire fortunes. The secret is to meet the demand for infrastructure and, at the same time, to dominate scale production to reduce costs and increase competitiveness. In the world of manufacturing, cost leadership is one of the biggest differentials. The more efficient the production process, the greater the profit margins. The scale allows you to dilute fixed costs, improving competitiveness in the market. This is especially true for heavy industries, such as steel, oil, and chemicals, where large companies dominate in mergers and acquisitions are strategies often used to diversify portfolios and expand operations. Another important aspect of this sector is innovation in manufacturing processes. automation, artificial intelligence, and Industry 4.0 are dramatically changing the way factories operate, allowing for more efficient and less costly production. This type of innovation not only improves profits, but also increases the ability to scale production and compete globally. Industries that can quickly adapt to new technologies come out ahead in the scale game. For those who want to delve into this sector, understanding cost management models and the impact of technology on future factories is essential. Books like Eric Ries' The Lean Startup offer great insights on how to optimize processes and apply new ideas to a highly competitive market. The key to thriving in the industry is to be able to navigate the complexities of production and understand how each innovation can generate added value to the business. The fashion and beauty sector is one of the most powerful industries, not only for financial impact, but also for the ability to build personal brands that transcend products. Bernard Arnault, owner of LVMH, leads an empire that encompasses some of the most famous luxury brands in the world, such as Louis Vuitton, Chanel, and Dior. The secret here is to understand that the value of a brand is not only in the product it offers, but in the perception it creates around an aspirational lifestyle. When we talk about luxury, the equation involves a premium experience that goes far beyond the simple act of consumption. Brands of haute couture and beauty not only sell clothes or cosmetics, they sell a dream. Success in this industry comes from the ability to create an emotional connection with consumers, especially in emerging markets, where the middle class is increasingly willing to spend on prestigious marks. The global scale is also fundamental, as luxury brands know how to expand their operations internationally, maintaining exclusivity and desire around their products. In addition, the influence of celebrities and social networks has played a crucial role in industry growth. Personalities like Kylie Jenner, with her Kylie Cosmetics line, show how a personal brand can generate billionaire recipes. Social networks have become the main platform for promoting beauty and fashion brands, creating an instant connection between consumer and the brand. The impact of this on the market is gigantic, transforming influencers into true wealth multipliers. If you're interested in understanding how to build a powerful brand or invest in this market, you can start studying how companies like LVMH have created your image and dominated the sector. Books like Deluxe: How Luxury Lost Its Luster to Dana Thomas offer a critical view of how luxury brands have become symbols of status and wealth, and how you can apply these principles to create a successful business or brand. The gaming and esports industry is a clear example of how innovation and digital entertainment can become a billionaire empire. Companies such as Valve, Epic Games, and Activision Blizzard not only created games that have become cultural phenomena, but also understood that social engagement and the creation of online communities are essential for exponential growth. Today, games are not only a form of entertainment, but also a platform to socialize, compete, and, of course, generate huge financial returns. The game market has surpassed traditional sectors, such as cinema and music, becoming one of the largest entertainment industries in the world. The key to success here is the scalability of the digital model, where digital sales and microtransactions have become the main sources of profit. Games like Fortnite and League of Legends are great examples of how items selling items, skins, and battle passes can generate billions of dollars, as well as creating a faithful base of players that generate constant revenue for developers. In addition, the esports phenomenon added a new layer of profitability to the industry. Game competitions are growing at an impressive speed, with great tournaments attracting millions of viewers and sponsors willing to invest heavily. The creation of professional alloys, such as Overwatch League and LCS, shows potential to generate profits not only with game sales, but also with audience monetization. This has created a hybrid business model that unites entertainment and sport, opening doors to various capital sources. If you want to understand how this industry is growing, studying the impact of microtransactions and how players' communities form and engage, it can be the first step. Also, understanding the role of streamers and digital influencers is also crucial, as they play a key role in promoting games and mass engagement. Books like The Art of Game Design by Jesse Schell offer a deep view of the game design and how they can be both fun and profitable. The 10 sectors discussed here are not just business areas. They are proven ways to create billionaire fortunes. They all share one point in common: the ability to solve major problems on scale and to innovate so that they stand out in the market. Whether in technology, retail, health, or even in the game industry, financial success is not just working hard, but of intelligently working with long-term vision and adaptability. Now, you may be wondering, how can I apply these insights on my own journey? The answer is starting. No matter if you're starting with a small investment in real estate, developing an e-commerce idea, or deepening in biotechnology, the point is financial success is a direct result of innovation, execution, and of course, time. So if you are ready to take the next step and explore these opportunities, subscribe to the channel, enable notifications, and stay on top of more content that will help you transform your financial life and achieve billionaire success. Remember, the future is built now with the decisions we make today.